Ladies and gents, welcome to one of the best ones, I think. I mean, I haven't seen the game yet, but this has got to be one of the best, smallest Age of Empires 2 maps we've had so far in terms of the start. We've got Oasis, a map where there's typically the main chunk of woodline in the middle, and then there is a big lake in the middle. But here, obviously, everything is shrunken down very, very tiny, and we've got two players around 1300 rank looking to fight for that space right now, and that has been consistent. Space is so important because there's not a lot of space to move around. So Snippy has gone for the Khmer for this game. And then we have the Portuguese for Hippo on a bus. Feels to me like Hippo on a bus maybe got some additional sheep. Can I just go quickly back to the start? I think it was these 3 sheep. I actually love the fact that this is the case. Oasis always starts with extra sheep on the map. So it looks like there was 2 extras here for Snippy, and then 3 extras here for Hippo. So Hippo's going to have an extra sheep. Normally, I'd, get back to live time or wherever I was, guys. But, I mean, we weren't that far off from it. We now verified the sheep situation, and we continue. Next to the player TCs, they've got 5 tiles of gold. They've got 3 tiles of stone. And then there is also neutral resources elsewhere. 3 tile gold on the left. 3 tile gold on the right, and then also seems as though there's 2 tiles of stone available on those areas as well. So that's broken down pretty fair manner. The relics, I mean, I think the relics might actually matter. There's 5 of them. I will zoom all the way out. It's not that hard. Relic here, Snippy's walls. Here, Snippy's walls. Here, between both of their walls, actually. And then you got relics over here as well for Hippo. Isn't it satisfying to hear this noise? I feel like that is one of the more satisfying noises in our game. Is that a video idea right there? Most satisfying sounds in Age of Empires 2? You know what the most satisfying sound is? The blood spilling of the enemies. You know, that's what I say. But maybe I'm a little too extreme. That would be number 2, though, maybe. Relics. Maybe there's ideas there. I don't know. You guys can let me know. So, yeah. So, most of the wood is towards the middle. Most of it is. Not all of it. But majority of the wood's there. If you want to get wood elsewhere, you do have the chunks here. And I know that doesn't look like a lot, but that's 900 wood. That's a lot of wood right there. And then there's also this as well. So I don't know if, there's anyone out there who's given this similar explanation. I know there's not a lot there, okay? But we can make it work. I don't know if you guys have ever ran into that problem. I did not mean to bring that up if you have, but, in the event you have, I'm sure that you're at a good spot. All right. Best of luck to you in regards to that. You know what I think Snippy should do here? I think, well, first off, he should maybe make a lumber camp. I feel like the lack of lumber camping from Snippy has made me sad every single game. He did spend a lot more on wood, though. Made extra houses, made the gate as well, which is a bit more expensive than a couple palisades. But I feel like if your opponent is walled like this, guys, you should actually bring a Vil forward and wall behind it. And then these walls are just an extra layer of defense. This would protect the gold and the relic. And I think that's what Snippy's going to try and do. It could be Snippy's coming to get the boar. But looks like Snippy already has the boar, so... I also find it very funny. Hippo on a bus in all the games that we've seen against Snippy has been very cheerful and chatty. And Snippy hasn't said a freaking thing. Snippy is so focused on the gameplay. Snippy's a great guy. Snippy's really fun and cheerful. But it's just funny how Hippo on a bus continues to get no response. A little sad, of course, as well. Anyway, Snippy going to make a gate here. Going to make a palisade there. I like the thinking. I think you also are going to need a palisade here, though, Snippy. And it's easy to forget that, maybe. Does Red know about this? Ooh. Okay, so I think Red might notice this. Red might also be confused why Snippy hasn't walled over here. He doesn't know the woodline extends to the edge. But, you could potentially get up to some funky business here if you're Red. Delete your own palisade wall and go in a wall behind. Or just tower rush it or something. Now, I like the Khmer here because you don't need your required buildings to go up to the next stage. You don't need your required buildings to unlock any buildings. So, like, normally you need a mill before a market. Maybe not the best example because both players can freely make a mill here. But, okay, a barracks before an archer range. A barracks before a stable, like any other civ. You don't have to do that. And space is so important here. We have seen players be so unbelievably crammed with consistency. So I actually think being able to save space and just make the buildings that you want to build, not have to make the buildings to unlock the buildings you truly want, is a really nice bonus to have here. On top of that, that really helps with fast castling. And fast castling could be important here for things like siege. So I'm liking that for Snippy. What I'm also liking for the other player, though, is we've seen players run out of gold a lot on these maps. Portuguese gold units are cheaper. You also receive some wood income when you're collecting berries with the Portuguese, and wood is at a premium. Now, again, if you've got the tiny wood, you can make it work. It's all good. But, if you're having that problem, this is sponsored by... No, that would be a great ad plug, though. I could go right into, like, some type of ad for, I don't know, you could insert company name here that you probably hear in other YouTube videos, but I'm not going to subject you guys to that. No T90 promo code to use. I am curious. Maybe a good time to bring it up. Wouldn't be for a while. Right now, I've just stopped streaming on Facebook, planning some big things as far as streaming's concerned, and we'll soon announce the next platform I'll be on. But with a video every day, in the event I formed a good relationship with a sponsor or two, I was wondering for edited content, for things that I spend a bit more time on than like this, which is a very short video. For my regular viewers, what would you think, like once a month? Let's say max of twice a month, I do like your traditional YouTube advertisement. This is sponsored by blah, 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 blah. If it helped me, do more projects, and I invested it into doing cool stuff to make viewership better for people, like events, I think, like live events, which could then make good videos too. I feel like I could make you maybe justify it to myself. Obviously, I wouldn't do it for anything that was something that, was obscene, right? Like, so I wouldn't want to dive into like crypto or gambling or, mobile games or anything like that. But it's just a thought. It's been tricky. I think a big reason that you guys come back to watch my channel is because it feels different than the majority of stuff you might see out there. And so that's why that type of dynamic is important to me. I wouldn't want to get away from that. But since I brought it up, just give me your thoughts, all right? And, whatever you say on either side is going to be important to me, for me to hear. All right? So, what I want to see is I want to see a dock in the middle here. Oh, man, do I want to see a dock in the middle. And it's looking likely that Hippo is going to get there. Hippo is going to finish this tree in 85 wood. And then we'll see if Hippo is intentionally trying to chop through. Ooh, this is promising, right? This is real promising. But as a player, you can shift queue the next action for a vill. And so if Red was thinking about this, Red could have already told this villager to go to this tree next. I think the natural tree for this villager to go to would probably be another one. So we will see. But nice fast casting from both of them. Snippy actually made the market and the blacksmith and the barracks and the stable now. So all that stuff I said about saving space and resources, Snippy's like, well, I kind of want these buildings. And I mean, all these buildings have a use. It's not a bad thing, like blacksmith upgrades are coming in, market probably really helpful anyways. And then, barracks maybe for some spears. It's still interesting to me that Snippy hasn't realized. Well, maybe Snippy has realized and Snippy wants to attack this palisade more. Wait, how is that palisade on fire? Huh? What? That's so weird. I have no explanation for that. Hippo is now laughing, not at Snippy's responses, because Snippy has not responded. Wait, what? Well, hold on. What'd I miss? Oh, I think I know what Snippy tried here. So, Snippy is Khmer, and you can garrison in houses with Khmer. And Snippy tried to garrison in the house and hop through the walls of the enemy. and Hippo saw it. So in the past, guys, if there was an opening here, so you see this is a diagonal, and you could fit a palisade on the other side. If there's diagonal walls like that, you could house hop or tower hop through. They have since patched that. But again, Snippy's been around a long time. Man, it's so funny how fast things move on this little mini map down here. Just realized that. Anyways, I get a little distracted here. There's so much happening. I really wonder why this is on fire. None of those palisades are damaged. There must be a bug. Maybe there was fire there at the start. Snippy's going nights. Snippy is going nights. And, like, you take out that palisade, you're kind of in. And again, this is just one house away from being blocked off. Red is not intentionally chopping the trees, by the way. Red's not doing that. So, yeah. I mean, it'll just happen, and then light bulb moment for Hippo on a bus will happen. And then maybe we see a dock. Can you imagine one cannon galleon in the middle? That would be so cool. Oh, man. All right, so hard for me to say who is the lead at the moment, guys. But hey, thank you for watching. This is so fun. This is so fun. It's such fun content. I've received more messages appreciating this content on the YouTube channel than anything over the last couple months. And I really like... It's just a different type of game. I'm also really liking the rank we brought in here. It's solid enough where they've got a good grasp on how to play the game. But nothing is perfect, right? So the potential to take advantage of certain things is there. Doesn't always happen. So there's a bit of indecision. And it's not the amount of indecision and confusion that maybe a super low elo player would have. Okay, where does Red build the castle? This is walls. Would make sense to drop it here. That's the only place with space. Wow, Snippy's like... Someone said, hey, Snippy, how many knights are you going to make? And Snippy said, yes. Oh. Ooh. Oh, Snippy wants to go this way. Red's adding a dock. Red is adding a dock. Okay, Snippy deletes the house. Oh, boy. We might not see the dock pay off. Oh, boy. Ooh. Ooh. Wait, you used to be able to build like that. You can actually do it with a gate, guys. You can actually do it with a gate, but not a house. I know it's possible with a gate. Don't ask me why, but Snippy tried to build through, similar to the tower hop. This is so funny. So Red now has enough to build a castle, but is scared to place the castle in the only spot that was available. And now, I'm not really seeing an area to drop it. Red is going to fish in the middle. Red is going to add fish. There's going to be a conversion potentially. Now, little tip for you here, Hippo. Hippo gets conversion anyways. Really nice to get the conversion. Little tip, though, guys. Get close to the wall, then start the conversion. That way, if they run away, as they're running, you're still converting. Obviously, conversion still happens, so you know what you're doing, Red. But why are we fishing here? I mean, it's a good source of food income, I guess. Could also just walk through with the monk and convert villagers on the other side. Snippy, of course, does not see this, which is funny. Snippy adds a scorpion. Redemption coming in for Hippo. Hippo with redemption monks can convert the siege. Hippo still doesn't have the position to drop that castle. It would be awkward to run over there. Converts the scorpion there. Snippy's knights. I feel like they have accomplished as much as 2 knights might. It just doesn't feel like the knights have done too much here. And now your opponent has monks with redemption, so you feel like this whole push has been shut down. That's what we've seen the pros do. Snippy says, what, 11? Snippy a little confused here. And I don't think that's because Snippy saw the fish. I think maybe just because of the scorpion conversion, and now the mangonel's been converted. And now Snippy's got to be like, oh, God. I'm about to be siege pushed, and I paid for it. Just the worst type of feeling. Funnily enough, if Snippy knew, the best spot for Snippy to get raids right now would actually be chopping through the trees and running along the shore in the middle. Both players buying food like crazy. I think Red may be thinking about the Imperial Age. Red has completely neutralized this push. Very well played. Did lose a lot of space, though. So, castle hasn't gone up. And that's a positive for Snippy that Snippy doesn't even recognize. Okay, so Snippy deletes these walls and wants a castle. Space, obviously, an issue. Snippy now bringing the knights this way. Now, Red has pulled the monks away because of the... Oh, boy. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. Very interesting. But because of the Vil attack, and Snippy snipes the siege and the Trader Knight, and now there's a new Trader. Oh, gosh. The villagers now getting converted. Snippy is going to take down every single palisade wall just to drop the castle. That's funny. Honestly, this villager should build more stuff. Snippy. Oh, my God. Okay, at what point are you going to learn? Stop doing this. Snippy just keeps giving the... I mean, Snippy clearly doesn't adapt too well. Let's just say that. But hey, we've got a castle. And I don't think Red can deny that. And Red... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. Red drops a castle there. Oh, this is... This is amazing. This is amazing. Also, crucial timing here. Snippy might chop through one of these trees at the worst possible time. It's super close. I think Snippy will without realizing. Castle's up. Is garrisoned. Will shoot a lot of Red's vills here. All of Red's villagers. Oh, they would be in range if fletching would have been in. Fletching countdown's on. I think the castle goes up for Red. And Red is imping. Oh, and Red's also going to have the galleys. And the knights, which Red's completely forgotten about. Now, Snippy has walled up. But Snippy has to drop a tower here. And, you know, Oasis, small map stuff, just like we expected here. Snippy has to find a way to take this castle down. Cannot wait to see Red try and find a spot for a trebuchet. I think you could probably roll all the way back here, though. The tower with Bodkinera is pretty nice. War galleys will be shot down by the tower. Red's trying to get in minimum range of the tower, but there's trees there. Here comes the monk now from Hippo. But Snippy, you got to be careful with what trees you're chopping here. Also, shout out to this lady who's just like, she's just frozen in fear ever since she's been converted. Maybe they won't see her if she doesn't move. Now, Snippy has a ballista elephant, which gives him the opportunity to chop through trees. Oh, goodness. Oh, man. Snippy also building some walls here. I think Red forgot the knights were here. And Snippy will get a tower up. Yeah, I mean, it's 38 eco for Snippy, but Snippy's not going to be an imp. Can Snippy find a way to apply pressure here? I think the towers are going to do a lot. Red's going to run out of resources eventually. And Red will have to take out the castle and also the towers. So maybe there's a chance for Snippy here. This tower is important. Needs to be garrisoned, most likely. Snippy still shooting this castle down. I think Mus is realizing now, oh boy, what do I do? It's going to be really tough for Snippy here. Really awkward stuff. What's the tower even shooting? Oh, shooting the knight. Okay, more stone walls. Red will have a trap. Now, Portuguese can make Feitoria as an imp. But you don't have space for Feitorias here if you're Red. Ballista elephants could be on their way to chopping. Red actually opting to go for this tower first, which would give Snippy time. But time for what? Oh, actually went for the wall. He's through. Sick play. It's a really sad day for Snippy because your opponent's knights have done more damage to your villagers than your own knights have ever done to the opponent's villagers. And like, the first time, okay, you were surprised by monks. The second time, okay, you're surprised by monks. There is a point where it's just kind of, I hate monks, and players just, they just throw caution to the wind again. I love it. I love it, but yeah. Also, love how Snippy tried to chop through the trees, and sometimes the bolts don't fully take out a tree. It just kind of fells them. I believe that's the way to say it. It's still 100 wood in the tree. It has 0 HP. I don't know if that's a graphic bug or what, but I just know that happens with ballista elephants. Always has. I think poor Snippy is very, very, very dead here. Ballista elephant, a knight, a scout, and a dream. And Red going to walk in here and drop a castle because Red is fully protected by the knights. And these knights here have killed 6 economic units. And 4 other units. Maybe they helped out with killing some of their knights earlier when they were blue. I'm not sure. Cannon Galleon in the middle! Now, guys, I did ask. I think we got to appreciate Snippy for this. I did ask. I said, hey, listen. What I want to ask of you guys is that if you're dead, you play on a little bit longer. Because comebacks can be possible. But also because I think it's a little bit more fun for us to see, to like fully recognize how dead someone is. That's important. So, are you fully recognizing now how dead Snippy is? You are? Perfect. Snippy calls the GG. Cannon Galleon was out. Just perfect, man. On the TC. Castle, of course, was up. And honestly, in most of these games, we've seen walls and then anything ranged to be really valuable. So towers, monks in this case, trebuchets, bombard cannons, even the Cannon Galleon. And then I think the next age, Castle Age and Imperial Age has always been important. Unfortunately, the Knights, that's food cost and gold cost, which is the same cost as Imperial Age. You got armor, you got scale barding, you got bloodlines for HP. Snippy researched 3 upgrades on those Knights that the opponent then just basically benefited from. Would have liked to seen like a Knight or 2, right? If you break in, you're getting some damage done, then maybe make a few more Knights. But that's not how Snippy's brain operates. Snippy's like, more is better. And it just didn't work out. Well played there to Hippo. So technically speaking, Hippo has won the series that these two are playing. But you don't worry, guys. We're going to have one more game for you. And the next small map that I upload is going to be on a map that is one of the smallest maps that you see in normal games. It's Socotra. So if you know Socotra, I haven't actually seen this yet, which makes this more hype. Socotra is normally very small. Here, Hardy's going to show you on screen. That's Socotra, okay? So, Socotra, the tiniest version ever, like, I don't know, are their TCs going to be touching? What on earth's going to happen? Should be fun. Hope you enjoy it, and hope you come back for more videos, obviously. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Once again, guys, thanks for watching the video. Did just want to add real quickly that I have made a decision on where I'm live streaming in the future. I streamed on Twitch for like 5 or 6 years, then been on Facebook for the last 2, now off of Facebook, and I'm back on Twitch. We'll potentially do simultaneous streams and stream on YouTube for big events in the future, but my normal day-to-day community-based streams all going to be happening on Twitch. So for those of you that are interested in live streams and have watched live streams in the past, that is where I will be. My very first stream back is going to be November 4th. They'll start at 11 a.m. Eastern. And that's 15 GMT. We'll be giving away some of the new Mountain Royals DLC and doing a lot of cool stuff there if you're interested in stopping by and making it hype. Regardless, awesome stuff on YouTube all the time. I appreciate you guys, and see you next time.